Hello everyone, this is Damon with PixNub Software. In this video, I'm going to be discussing something I'm super excited about, and that is dynamic Photoshop templates. This is a new way that we are setting up templates for PixNub, and I'm actually working with another designer on this project as well, and that's Raymond LaValle from ClickPlus. Both of us are going to be producing a lot of templates over the course of the next year for the PixNub site that are set up in a dynamic way that is simple for the user to change the look and feel of their templates with one-click actions without knowing anything about Photoshop. Additionally, those actions can be used with the Sports Photo Automation plugin to automatically change the look and feel of the templates during the batch. Now there's 4 templates I'm going to be showing in this brief demonstration. There's actually 8 of these templates that are set up for this currently on the website, with more to come. And some of the other ones that are not set up this way yet on the website are being converted to this new format. And like I say, there's a bunch more in the works. So there'll be more communication on this and more videos over the coming weeks and months. So I'm just going to start with the most basic one here and then work my way to the most complex. And so the first one I'll start with is the Foggy Night template. And for this one, there's just simply color actions. So if I play the red action, for instance, it's going to change this to the red color. I click on purple, it'll go to the purple. Pretty straightforward. And what this is actually doing in this particular set of actions, you can see how basic these actions are for this template. And the only thing this one is doing is changing the color in a smart object. And that smart object is actually linked to several other smart objects. So just by changing that one, it changes all 4 of these that are applied to the template. So the fog and the numbers and the glow around the numbers, those are all controlled by that one smart object. That's a very basic use for this. And you can see just one click and it changes that color. Now going one step up in complexity here, there is the karate template here. And that one has got a few more steps, but these are actually very simple the way they're set up. This one just works on hiding and showing layers for the background, and then for the text it replaces the text style. But for the user it's just simply one click. So if you want the green, you just click on green. You want the blue, you just click on blue. And this goes through and finds all the layers that you need. Not even sure where all of them are, but there's more than one. So it's going to find all these different layers that you need, and it's going to make the appropriate changes. So it makes it super simple for the user. Now the Orioles template, and by the way, if you've purchased any of these templates, if you go to the website and just go into your account and re-download, you'll get these new versions of the template. But moving forward to the Orioles template, now this is one where it starts to get modular. And what I mean by that is there's more than one parameter that you can change. So for example, where it says font colors, anything in this section changes the font. Then under background colors, this changes the background. And then there's some custom examples where it's going to change multiple parameters. So if I just, for instance, click on the green font, and you see it's changing that font. And what this one's actually doing is grabbing, I've got a bunch of these layers open, but it's grabbing some text styles from the bottom that are hidden, and it's applying those text styles to the actual font layer, the team name font layer. So if we go to the background, we've got a choice of a warm background and a cool background. So if I use the cool colored background, you can see it makes it now a completely different look. Now there's a couple custom examples and you can create your own too. And I'm breaking this video series out into several videos. So I'm going to go over editing and creating your own. But these are pretty simple. These just play the actions for the different parameters to set up the different color schemes, I guess you would call them. So for instance, Bruins, if I played this one, it plays the gold action to set the text to gold, and it plays the warm action to set the background to the warm color. If I play the one called Seahawks, it's going to put the green font with the purplish blue background. So you can set up your own too, and these are very, very simple to set up. Like I say, I'm reserving that for a different video though. Actually, I think I might show that in the end of this video, so I take that back. But let's go into the next template, which is the one that's got the most different parameters here. And for this one, the night game, there's 4 different parameters that can be controlled. So it doesn't even have to be just colors. So in this example, we've got 3 different fields. So right now we're viewing the baseball field, but let's say you have a football team. If I play this football field action, it puts the football field in. If I play the grass field action, it puts in a plain grass field. And then I've got an action to set all the colors. So for instance, if I set them to blue, it sets the both fonts and the lights to blue. But then there's individual controls. So I can set for instance, the year to red, where it sets just that. And let's just put the lights to purple. I don't know, just to pick one. And then the team name color, let's just give it gold, just so we can see it. Change something. So instantly you see we've created a whole different look by using 3 different colors and then a different background. And so there's a few custom examples. Now this is where you may want to go in and create your own. So for example, let's say we have Hurricanes football. So if you have some teams with the color of the Miami Hurricanes, for example. If I play this, now I've got the teal colored year and lights with orange team name font with the football field. Let's say Bruins soccer. So for instance, the UCLA Bruins, you've got gold lights and year with a blue name with just the grass field. USA baseball, which will match this uniform well. The blue year and lights with the baseball field and the red numbers. So I'm going to show you how you could easily create your own custom one. And let's just go from scratch here. So we're in this action set. So if we create a new action, let's just call it my custom. And then I'm just going to go in through and set all 4 of the parameters. Let's say I wanted the gold year. I'd play that action while I'm recording it. So now it makes the year gold and it records that into my custom action. Let's make the lights, let's just make them purple. I'm just giving it some random colors here. Then let's say the team name, let's make that, I don't know, let's make that green. This is not a very pleasing combination of colors, but just to show you that you can make your own here. Let's give it a football field and hit play. So now that I'm done recording my action, I just hit stop. Now I have my own action, and you could name that whatever team you want. You can make as many different actions as you wanted for your different teams. So now if you needed to switch your template between different teams, you could easily switch that. Now you could save a copy of the template like this, and then use your other colors and save another copy of the template. Or what you could do is just have these different actions stored here. And if you're running the Sports Photo Automation plugin, I'm going to have to close all of these here just to show you here. Let's just close all, because SPA won't let me attempt to start a batch unless I have the images closed. So if you are wanting to run a batch where all the players in the same batch are the same team, you could just choose to play one of your actions. So for instance, if you're running a football team batch that's got the Miami Hurricanes color, you would play that action and it would apply that color scheme to your template in batch to every player in the batch. So that way you wouldn't have to actually save a different template for every color scheme you wanted. You would just set up your actions for every team you wanted, and when you run the batch, you could select that particular color scheme. Even more advanced, if you want to, if you're running a CSV, you can run up to 10 post actions. Now these actions will run after it's replaced the text and replaced the player and done the final composition. The actions will run on the end. So if you have a batch of an entire league and you want to run different schemes for each team, you could set that up right here. And how these work is it's just going to look for an action in a set called night game template with the name Hurricanes football. The next one will look for the set night game template Bruins soccer, just in this example, but they'd be whatever you call them, of course. And so when it's running, it's just going to find the name of your set, and it's going to look for an action with that name, and it's going to run that. Now you have to separate those with the, I don't even know what the character is called, but it's the one on the / key. That's if you hit shift on the / and you get that that straight line character, whatever that's called, I don't even know. And then you have to make sure there's no space between your set and that character, and then that and your action name. And these are case and space sensitive because it's going to look for an exact match. Now, if you don't want to set up specific actions like I showed you for all your teams, you can also do post action 1, post action 2, and you can set up to where it runs multiple actions. So in this case, it would run the blue action, and then it would run the baseball field. So it would first play, oops, I didn't mean to erase that, but in this example here, it would find the blue action, which sets all the colors to blue, and then it would run the baseball field to put the field on. Then you could also do 3 actions. So in this case, it would set everything to blue, but then it would go just to the team name and set that to red, and then set your field to the grass field. So however you want to do it, my preference, if I was to run a large batch, I would want to make my own schemes for each team and only run 1 action per row. Now this is completely optional. You don't have to do this, of course, but if you wanted to use these actions in your batch, you could. And I would only do this if I was running multiple teams per batch where you needed to change the colors. However, as mentioned, if you want to run a batch where everybody's going to be the same color, then you could just set up your team there in its own action and run it right from the batch run. So this is actually the easiest way to do it, but the choices are yours, or you don't even have to use the actions in the batch. That is, you can open the template up, set the colors as you want, and save a copy of the template. But this just makes it super easy for the user without having to hunt for layers and figure out what the designer did and what needs changed to change up your templates. This just gives you a quick and easy way to set the templates up. And additionally, in videos to come too, I'm going to show you how these actions work, so you can set up your own for your own templates or add more schemes to the existing templates. If you get one of these templates and you want to add a separate color scheme, these are pretty easy to set up, because if you look at the actions, I mean, these ones to set all the colors, for example. Let's look at just the year color as an example. These actions are pretty much just copy and paste of each other, so they're very quick to set up. I mean, for example, this will hide all the colors in the first 7 steps, and then it just shows the color it needs. So it hides all colors and then shows red. The green hides all colors and then shows green. So you can just duplicate each action and just change the one step you need. And the lights are the same way. And so, I mean, it looks like a lot here, but it's really, really not that bad to set up. I think when I set up this night games template with all these actions, it may have taken me 15 minutes at most to set these up. I mean, it was super, super quick. And this is one of the more complex examples. So anyway, be sure to watch the upcoming videos because I'm going to break this down a little bit more, and hopefully you'll be able to learn how to set some of these up on your own. Or if you just get these templates that I showed in this video or any of the others that are set up for this, they already come with these actions set up. So you have these ready to go. And it's a huge learning experience too going through these. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you're interested at all in these templates, be sure to check these out at pixnub.com.